Hey everybody, if you don't already know, I'm O and welcome to my channel. In today's video, we are breathing new life into old furniture. Check it out. Repurpose, recycle, revamp, thrift, flip, trash to treasure, whatever you call it. Taking home furnishings and giving it a new look is one of the most cost-effective and economical ways to bring a new vibe into your home. So in today's video, we're going to go through some of the pieces in our own home that we were able to transform, and I'll share with you some of the steps, tips, and tricks that helped us. So we're going to start with our buffet that's in our dining room. So the first step was to clean it out and clean it off. I had a plan for this at first, but ultimately I ended up putting a contact paper on it that I found on Amazon. Now, in order to do this, I had to remove the doors because they are sliding doors and not hinged doors. I had to remove them in order to get the contact paper on them. I went with the contact paper because it was something that was flat enough so that the doors would not get like jammed when they need to slide. Thank you all for clicking on this video. If you are new here, welcome. I'm O. My channel is a lifestyle channel that tends to be full of DIYs, home decor, and home improvement projects with some glimpses of my life in between, because after all, I am a whole person. So if you haven't already, show that like button some love. It's very important. Leave me a comment down below. Don't be shy. And on your way out, after the video is finished, don't forget to subscribe and hit my notification bell. I simply added some hardware from Amazon. I chose this hardware because it kind of had this industrial vibe. So a few years back, I had added these rose gold legs that you see on them because it initially was sitting on the floor, directly on the floor. So the rose gold legs, the drawer pulls, and the contact paper I will have linked in my description. The final step with this project, which was the game changer for me, was when I remembered that I had this wood grain tool that I had used years ago, and I chose to use that on the top and the surround of this piece and just did black on black, and it kind of like, it gave the wood grain, it gave the texture, it gave the look, but it was subtle. And I absolutely love that. That is my favorite part about this piece. Next, we're gonna work on some stools that we have in our kitchen. That is where primarily the kids sit when they're eating like breakfast and lunch. So these chairs have been through it, okay? If these are the chairs my kids are sitting in, they've been through it. And actually they were on their way to the curb. I was ready to throw them in the trash, but I decided to try to give them new life. So I was scrolling online and I saw some stools that really inspired the look that I'm going for with these stools, but I'm just going to take a few alternative routes in order to achieve that look. Now the backs of these chairs, I wanted to use rattan, but obviously you want to be able to see through it. I was concerned that if I had moved these 3 pieces that you see in the middle, that it would compromise the strength and the structure of the chair. So I had to come up with a way to get that rattan look without losing the structure of the chair. So you'll see what I do here. I'm using a poster board from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to use the poster board as a template and then cut that shape out onto another material, and that is what I'm going to adhere the rattan looking contact paper to achieve that rattan look. This works for me. Obviously, this is not going to work for everyone. I ordered this vinyl spray paint, and I am going to be using it to cover the seats for the counter stools. So that method with a few coats of paint, and as far as I'm concerned, it gave these stools a whole new life and of course a whole new look. A while back we did a makeover of our daughter's bedroom, and one of the ways we saved cost was by keeping her dresser. Now this dresser really looked like it would have fit right in with the trash, but we decided to keep it and make it work. So we started off with cleaning it, of course, and sanding it, and following that up with a fresh coat of paint. One of my favorite things about what we did with this piece is we painted the surround black, but we kept the front white. If you'll notice, the drawers are black, but in between is white, and that made the drawers stand out. We also added some legs. If you'll notice, initially it was also on the floor, but we added some legs from Amazon, and the drawer pulls are also from Amazon. I went to Lowe's and Home Depot looking for little drawer pulls, and it's not that they didn't have options, but with Amazon I got more bang for my buck. This whole pack of drawer pulls came together, and I believe they were only $15. Now this was a while back, so don't quote me, but I will try to find all the links and share them in the description. This was a pretty straightforward transformation. We love the way it turned out, and it fits perfectly in her space. One day I was cleaning our bathroom, and I was just overwhelmed with this feeling that this vanity was in poor shape, and I couldn't look at it in this condition anymore. It's something I at the time I knew it needed work. We just, carry on with life and kept overlooking it, but I couldn't do it anymore. I wanted to do a quick refresh on this vanity, but I was determined to use things that we already had. So I started with a refresh of the hardware by just giving it a quick coat of black spray paint. I used tricorn black paint, the same black that we pretty much use on everything in this house. I gave it a few coats of that on the cabinet doors. I did spray a coat of paint on the drawer pulls as well, so that we could keep those but get a new look. I added texture by using some craft sticks that I had used in a previous project, and because I wasn't sure if I had enough, I only did a certain amount on each door. So those simple cosmetic changes really gave the vanity a new look, and it'll hold me over until I'm ready to get something new. This is definitely one of those make it work while you wait projects. Perhaps you want something better, something newer, and what you have in mind, you don't want to settle for something else. You have something in mind, and what you want might be a little expensive, and that's fine. So until you can get what you want, you make it work while you wait. This project was a true repurpose because this console table was initially used as the table for our turtle's tank. And as the turtle got bigger, the table no longer served its purpose because it was too small. So we gave it new life in order to give it new purpose. I intended to use it for my little music corner to hold our record player. The existing holes didn't fit any of the hardware that I found that I liked. It was either too large or too small, and I wanted the ones that I liked. So I had to fill in the existing holes so that they would basically disappear once I painted them. I'll try to find the name of the color that I used, but I just spray painted it with a few coats, added those drawer pulls. I used the tape method to get the proper alignment of the holes on the drawer pulls. This project was pretty straightforward. I absolutely love this pop of color sitting in our pretty neutral space, and it's just perfect. And we got a whole new look with very little effort. And of course, we get to save money by using something that we already have. Now this table has 9 lives because this is not the first time that I am refreshing it and giving it a different look. These were actually thrift store finds from years and years back. I initially just wanted some small side tables to go near our old fire pit in the backyard. I'll actually pop up a photo of what they originally look like. And then you can see this pattern on here is what I did with them the first time. And this goes to show that, you know, your style changed, your taste changed. And clearly I am in my moody era. I wanted something more neutral, something black. So I wanted to give them another new look. This placemat that I'm going to be using is also a thrift store find. I believe my mother found these for me, and I held on to them until I knew exactly what I wanted to do with them. And I think this was the perfect way to add some texture to this table to give them a completely new look. So this look was free $99 because everything that I'm using are things that I already had. I relocated them from our fire pit over to our pergola at the time, and they fit in perfectly. I used wood glue to adhere the mats to the top of the table. This one I really enjoyed. It is a wicker cabinet that I did for my mother actually. It was also a thrift store find that had been sitting around, and I wanted to give it a look that I knew would look perfect and fit perfectly in her home. She's very into neutrals and she loves different shades of brown, so I wanted to go with a color I knew she would like. I'll try to share the name of the color if I can find it. It is a Rust-Oleum spray paint from Home Depot. Of course, I started off with giving it a good bath. Okay, it needed to be cleaned thoroughly. I got into painting it. I eventually decided that I wanted to paint the doors a different color than the actual rest of the piece. And as for the hardware, I changed out the knobs, some wood knobs from Home Depot that were completely unfinished so that I could stain them myself. And I also got some legs from Amazon, also an unfinished wood, so that I could stain it to match the same stain on the knobs. So overall, this was a super simple transformation, and I think it turned out beautifully. Moving on to a simple and easy transformation of a lamp. This one is very straightforward. I purchased this lamp maybe 2 or 3 years ago. It was on clearance from HomeSense. I really loved the size of the lamp and the texture, and I really enjoyed it as is for a while, but it was time for a change. So a simple coat of black paint and a new lampshade from Amazon. Lampshades come in so many different shapes that you can really completely transform the look of a lamp with just the shade. I personally think that it gave this lamp a new, sophisticated and sleek look, and I absolutely love it. Next, we're tackling some art. I'm repurposing an old canvas that I purchased years ago. It was this nice large canvas, but it was only $10, which is why I bought it. I didn't care for the art at all, but the size of the canvas for that price, I couldn't turn it down. So I brought the canvas home and I really did nothing with it until I came across these iron art pieces. I found them at 2 different times. One of them I found at Marshall's, and at a whole other time I found the other one at HomeSense. but I wanted to change the color. So I spray painted it with 2 different color paints that were very similar in shade. And to this day, this is one of my favorite pieces in my home. This is not an expensive piece of art, but it's priceless to me because it's one of a kind. So if you're looking for some cost-effective ways to upgrade and update your home, this is perfect. So if you have those pieces lying around your home, or you see something at the thrift store, before you throw it in the trash, pause and ask yourself if there's something that you can do to give it a new look, and if so, go for it. Let me know down in the comments what was your favorite before and after. All right, you guys, that is it, and that is all. Hopefully you're coming away with some ideas for yourself. If not, at the very least, I hope you've enjoyed this video. And if you have, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, thanks for watching.